Welcome to International News, the most important news in the world. Today's topic is about the most famous criminal in 6 different countries. Let's start with Judith Lee from Korea. They have one history for us.
Here is one of the country's worst murder cases. The name Yoo Young-chul, who born in April 18, 1970, is a South Korean serial killer. Although he admitted to murdering 21 people, the Seoul Central District Court convicted him of 20 murders, because one case was dismissed as a technicality. The victims were prostitutes and wealthy older women, who were bludgeoned to death with a hammer. Yoo burned, freed, and mutilated at least 11 of his victims, admitting he ate the livers of some of them. He committed his crimes between September 22, 2003 and July 2004, when he was arrested. Yoo explained his motives in front of a TV camera, saying, "Women shouldn't be sluts, and the rich should know what they've done." After he was captured, the court said murders of as many as 20 people are unprecedented in the nation and a very serious crime. The death penalty is inevitable for Yoo in light of the enormous pain inflicted on the families concerned and the entire society. On November 29, state prosecutors demanded death punishment for Yoo, saying he killed innocent people without any reason and was showing no remorse for his crimes. During his sentencing, he said he felt sorry for his victims, but said he would kill 100 more if he were released. And also, he attempted to kill himself with electrical wire from a wall fence in his cell at midnight, but was found by another jailer immediately after his attempt. Psychiatrists said Yoo was sane but suffered a personality disorder after being guilted and divorced by his wife. Later, this crime was filmed with his name The Tracer, and it became a hit film until nowadays. Thank you.
Now we're going to Turkey to listen our reporter Azra that have other famous criminal.
Münevver Karabulut was killed on the 3 March 2009. Her body has been bumped into the west container in Istanbul district of Etiler. Her head had been cut off her after her body put in the Ihtar case. Murder of the high school student's primary suspect, Karabulut's boyfriend. Cem Gariboğlu disappeared. He was targeted for 197 days. He was seen buying a chow sign the day of the murder. He was arrested by Interpol. He was captured by the police in September of the 2009. And also at the autopsy, he was. They provided there are the 6 murders. These murders commit a brutal and sadistic murder because Cem Gariboğlu cut her throat when she was still alive. There's a lot of knife and scarf her neck. He couldn't success, and then they used it saw. The young girls found that the cut and marks had on the arms. It's showing that she defends herself. One of the most tricky issues, she has 4 knives and scarred stomach, 20 and 25 inches. They want to cut her body three pieces, but they couldn't. The Bakırköy 40 High Criminal Court is sentenced Cem Gariboğlu 24 years in jail. He was under age of the 18. He committed the crime twice. He was the only served half his sentences. His family members, they were ordered to serve 3 years in the prison. Cem Gariboğlu committed suicide in the prison on October 10, 2014.
Now we're going to Colombia for speaking about the famous serial killer.
I'm going to speak about one of the most famous criminals in Colombia, La Bestia, the Beast, or Tribilín, American and Spanish tradition of this movie. He's a Colombian rapist and a child serial killer in 1999. He admitted to the rape, torture, and murder of 147 young boys. His victims based on the location of a skeleton listed on maps that Garavito drew in region, could eventually exceed 300 in number. He has been described by local media as the worst serial killer because of the large number of victims. Garavito was born on 25 January 1957 in Genova, Quindío, Colombia. He is the older of 7 brothers and was apparently physically and mentally abused by his father. In his testimony, he described the victim of sexual abuse when young. He also testifies of his soul for the evil in exchange of power. Garavito victims were poor children, peasants, children or the street children between the age of 8 and 16. Garavito approached them on the street or in the countryside and offered them gifts or small amounts of money. After gaining their trust, he took the children for a walk, and when they got tired, he would molest and rape them, through the drugs, and usually dismember their bodies. Most cops showed signs of prolonged torture. Garavito was captured on 22 April in 1989. He confessed to more than 140 children. Although the maximum sentence for murder in Colombia is to 1,853 years and 9 days, Colombia now limits imprisonment to 30 years because he helped the police find some bodies as well as to his confessions. His sentence was further reduced to 22 years. He made possible qualify for early release for further cooperation and good behavior. Many Colombian citizens and criticize the possibility of Garavito being released. In recent years, Colombia has increasingly felt that Garavito's sentence was not sufficient punishment for his crimes. Some have argued he deserved either life in prison or death penalty, neither of which exists in Colombia. Colombian law has no provision or methods to impose a sentence longer than Garavito received, which was seen as deficiency in the law. Now we move to Vietnam, to our reporter Reina, that have other famous criminals for us.
Okay. Back to Vietnam, I'm going to talk about an overseas little girl killed by her ex-boyfriend in front of her house. This criminal named Phu and the girl who he killed named Han. It happened 2 years ago on July 18. When Han returned to Vietnam on summer break, Phu came to her house to visit her. He tried to ask her to be in a relationship with him again, but he didn't accept his offer. And they would fight a little bit. He was angry and he left her house. But 10 minutes later, he went back to her house with a knife in his car. When he put her first step out of the house, he stabbed her with the knife more than 12 times until he fell down and totally died. He wrapped her hair and kept stabbing her. At the same time, her father and her neighbors heard her screams. They ran there to rescue her, but it was too late. When he saw people came, he threw the knife away and started to run, but he was caught by the police. Her parents took her to the hospital, but it was too late. She was died before that because he stabbed on her lung and her heart. He received a death penalty from the court. Thank you.
Now we move to Japan to see Sakura that have the other criminal famous for us.
I will talk about Japanese crime. Title is Concrete and Case High School Girl Murder Case. That crime was on November 22nd, 1972 to January 4th, 1989. She was an 18-year-old Japanese high school student, and she was the victim of both kidnapping, torture, rape, and murder. On November 25th, 1988, 4 boys kidnapped her and held her captive for over 40 days in a house owned by the parents of one of the boys. They made her smoke two cigarettes at the same time, and they also made her smoke cigarettes. She tried to run away, but she was found out. boy splashed oil on her leg and greased it out of spite. Moreover, they dropped an iron bar on her belly, and they dropped wax of candle on her face. They did this act of cruelty for 41 days. Finally, the killer hid her corpse in a 55-gallon drum filled with concrete. The boys were arrested and tried as adults, but because of Japanese hiding of crimes committed by juveniles, their identity were confused by court. They saved 8 years in a juvenile prison. Thank you.
Finally, we got two friends with Julian that have the last famous criminal for us.
Hello, I'm Julian. Welcome to France. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the most popular criminals of France. His name is Albert Padjari. During the weekend of the 18th to the 20th July 1976, he broke in the bank of Société Générale in the city of Nice. Albert Padjari and his team, they passed by the center of the city, and they passed 1 month to dig or arrive to the principal tank of the bank. When they now arrive to the bank, they start to stall and they spend all the weekend in the bank. They stole 29 million of euro, the equivalent of 29 million of dollars. 1 month after, Albert Padjari was arrested and he passed 2 months in prison, and 1 month after, he had an appointment in the office of the judge. After a few minutes of appointment, he arrived to escape to the police by jump of the window of the building. 1 month went for him in the motorcycle. We know he lived France for South America, but nobody find him. We don't know where he is. Few years after, we learned by his family the 8th June 1989 that he died of a cancer in Italy.